Hey losers, I'm Coral. Welcome back to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, I mostly read horror, but I really dabble in anything unusual, strange, spooky, uncomfortable. Makes you question your existence. So if you're into that, you'll fit right in here. Today I'm talking about my July TBR. My birthday is July 2nd, so this is a fun month for me. Usually, besides the weather, I guess. But I do like to really consider my TBR and what I want to read to have a really great month, full of fun things for me. Usually I read things that I've been putting off for one reason or another. Things that I've had for a long time and haven't read, but really want to. Of course, all things that I really want to. So I've got a pile of books here, and then I'll probably pick one off of my TBR cart as well. So let's just get started here. First, Camp Fear by Carol Ellis. This is a point horror book. This one I'm reading definitely for the summer vibes. This is about, really, it sounds like a Friday the 13th plot. It says, almost everyone at Camp Silver Lake is afraid of something. Bugs, snakes, swimming in the lake. But there's a deeper, darker fear some of the counselors share, the fear that their terrible secret will be discovered. For 7 years, they've kept it hidden, ever since that summer when they were campers together. The summer one camper didn't make it home alive. Now someone is using their secret and their fears to play a frightening game of vengeance, a game that could turn deadly. So, Camp Fear. Rattlesnakes. I don't know, it just seems like it's gonna be a blast. I'm also hoping to pick up Let's Go Play at the Atoms by Wendal W. Johnson. Oh, the infamous paperback from hell. This is about a babysitter who gets picked on by some kids she's babysitting. I really don't know what to expect from this because it's so infamous. It's really so hard to know what the content is going to be like. You know, because some things get hyped up so much and then you read it and you're like, oh. Like, Off Season by Jack Ketchum. I read that and I was like, yeah, I really didn't love that one so much. So I hope it's good, but I feel like I know I need to like temper my expectation. We'll see, right? Also on my list for this month is Penance by Eliza Clark. Oh, I've been dying to read her books. This one is about a journalist who is investigating the death of a teenage girl who was set on fire by some of her peers. That happened, I think, like 10 years ago or something like that. So now the journalist is like, you know, trying to journalize about it, and it seems like the murder is not what it seems, possibly. I don't know, because I haven't read it, but I would like to. Oh my god, my cats are being so loud and annoying right now. I'm also planning on picking up The Daughter's War by Christopher Buehlman. This is in the Black Tongue Thief series, but this is like a prequel. In the Black Tongue Thief, they reference The Daughter's War a lot. It's like a very important piece of history in that world, and one of the characters, Galva, was involved in that. And so we're following Galva now in The Daughter's War, and that was a war where like a bunch of the men died. So like the daughters had to fight, and Galva has these fucking war corvids. It is so cool, and so I'm really stoked to read more about this, especially with the goblins, because we only got like a piece of goblin in the Black Tongue Thief, and I would like a lot more goblin. I'm very excited to goblin this up. And honestly, I think I actually just I had a Libra FM credit and I bought the Black Tongue Thief audiobook, so I think I will listen to that before I get into this, just to refresh myself, because it's been a couple years since I read that. I loved that book so much, and I'm so excited to read this and have a book centered on this character too, who was crotchety, but really interesting. Next, The Paleontologist by Dumas. I haven't read any of his books, but I know his book, A History of Fear, was really popular. This was in a Nightworms package, I believe. But also, I just fucking love dinosaurs, so this appeals to me anyway. Which is why it's on this list. It's a book I didn't pick up because it didn't count towards my Read What You Want challenge, and now finally I'm done with it, so I can read this as much as I want. This is about a paleontologist who is going back to the museum where his sister was abducted from when they were children. He was supposed to be watching her, apparently, and that happened. So obviously that is like terrifyingly traumatic, terribly traumatic for him. And there's some ooky spooky stuff happening here, so it's like spooky night at the museum. I don't know, with dinosaurs. I don't know, but I'm really interested in what's gonna happen in this. It sounds, I can't quite get a grasp on like what the synopsis is telling me. It almost sounds silly, but like I really want to know. I really want to read this fucking book. And finally, before we get to my TBR cart pick, this is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. A book I've had for so long. I've wanted to read for so long, and I just haven't. I don't know why, but here it is. Maybe I'll read it this month. It's about a detective investigating the murder of a young woman whose father is a cult horror film director. And this is not the first time this detective has dealt with this man. And in fact, the first time it put like his like marriage and job at jeopardy. So maybe he feels a little bit of like real antagonism towards this director, and really will stop at like nothing to nail him if he has anything to do with this crime, I guess. I don't know, but I am deeply interested in what this might bring, especially because it's got like mixed media in it. Oh, I love that. Oh, the gateway to my heart. Mixed media books. Okay, let's roll my dice and see what price we pay today. So first roll determines what page I pick from. 14. That's gonna be second page. I feel like I always get the second page. Is there any books left on the second page? Barely. Okay. Number 10. Oh, Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson? Okay. Alright, here it is. Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson. I've been wanting to read her novels for some time, and I've had this one, and I'm like, well, I want to buy her other one. I'm like, we'll read this fucking one first, you weirdo. So this is about a young woman who is a babysitter, I believe, and something happens to a baby she is taking care of. And now, oh, it says that she was sent to prison before being dumped in a group home. And now what? I don't know. I would love to read this though. It sounds so interesting, and I've been dying to try Tiffany Jackson's books. And so here it fucking is, universe. There we go. Okay, well, those are the books I am planning on reading for my birthday month. If you have any recommendations for me as a birthday gift, your favorite books, let me know. I would love to get some birthday recommendations. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.